Hello, Dividend executives. We are back at it again this week. Hopefully you saw my video on Friday where we went back and we made $125 worth of purchases, adding a couple assets, even a new stock to the watch list. We now have 10 stocks, and as you know it, our dividends are continuing to go up. So if you're new here, what I'm doing is I'm building a dividend-only portfolio. The goal is to get to $100 a month purely in dividends. I'm doing this primarily at the start with monthly dividend payers, as you've probably seen from a few of the companies that I have in here. If not, we'll go over a little bit of that today. And yeah, so every single week I put in between $100 and $150 as of right now. Hopefully I can increase that over time. And I also try to buy VTI every single day just to have a nice balanced approach on the account on the backside, away from the monthly dividend style. So if you're enjoying the content, please give it a like and maybe look at subscribing, because we're going to go through and we're going to build this portfolio every week as we get to the goal of $100 per month in passive income. So let's jump into it. Let's look at the total account value here. We're looking at $576.31. Kind of been a choppy last week. We did see a little bit of a pullback on the market. We had a pretty big ripper on the Monday, or on the first month, and even most of February has been going up in a positive direction. So it's healthy to get a pullback, and for dividend investors and dividend stock purchasing, you want a healthy pullback so that you can accumulate more shares. So 576, as we said, you probably noticed from the last video, if you tuned in, the income was a little bit higher, coming in at 252 for February. The app doesn't have a way of actually telling what dividends you get, so you enter the amount of shares you have in the app, and it projects the income you'll make. But if you don't have those purchased before the ex-dividend date, it doesn't actually pay you. So the income for February was actually 81 cents. If we were to roll back and we were able to buy all those shares before the ex-dividend date, we would have been paid the 252, but because of what we owned on the date of the ex-dividend date, we only were paid 81 cents. So those payouts came from GLAD, Maine, JEPI, and JEPQ, and we are continuing to increase the income. As of last week, we were sitting at $29.71 for the annual income, and you can see here it's sitting at $37 now. So again, this is a projected income based off of dividends that have been paid, but over time, these are going to continue to go up, and we've increased it from $319 in March to roughly $411. So let's jump into the calendar and take a look here at how we're going to be receiving that income. So last week we were at $319. Again, this week we're at $411, and you can see just slowly we've added the AGNC to the list, and that's going to be paying 16 cents in March. And every time we add to these buckets, these amounts continue to go up. So 57 cents. Let's go over here to March. 57 cents coming in for March right now on JEPI. 72 cents on JEPQ. Maine is at 11 cents. O is 26 cents. PSEC coming in at 40 cents. SCHD, this is a quarterly dividend payer, that's coming in at $1.14. So nice dividend there, honestly. STAG at 16 cents, another monthly dividend payer. And then VTI, the overall portfolio daily ad on this one, so that's 45 cents coming in. VTI is not a big dividend payer, but I think it'll be good for the growth long term, and it gives me a nice outlook to the entire stock market. So you can see the annual dividend over time. This is a pretty cool feature here, but we started out pretty low in the 28s, and this is probably just for the last couple of weeks, and then we are slowly getting up towards that 30 range. And this probably hasn't updated from the purchases on Friday, but let's go back here and look here. So dividend yield sitting at 6.35. That's the average between the 10 stocks I hold here. And then you can kind of see here a little bit. Let's short this by let's pull down here to the dividend yield. So our highest dividend yields at the top. AGNC coming in at 12.95 dividend yield. JEPQ right behind it at 12.45. JEPI at 9.81. PSEC at 9.55. Glad at 8.76. Main coming in at 6.86. The ultimate monthly dividend payer at 4.58. And they actually just had a pretty decent earnings report. They are going to be raising the dividend, so we will see that in next month's payout. Stag, another REIT at 4.25. SCHD 3.73. This is both a growth and a dividend play. And then again, our VTI only 1.85, but I think it'll be solid add to the portfolio long term. So that's the updates for the week. Again, the annual income last week was 29.71. Now we're looking at a forecast of 37, so a nice hefty increase there in just 1 week's time. March income was projected last week at 319, is now projected at $4.11. So we almost added a full dollar of income to March just by adding 125 to the account. And then as you guys know, on Friday I will be buying more assets. So I've got money added to the account already. I'm looking at buying anywhere between $100 and $150 this Friday, and I will buy those live on my next YouTube video and showcase what I'm purchasing there. Hopefully I can average down on some positions, but yeah, that's the plan for this week. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate the support and everybody following me along on this journey to $100 a month in passive income, and we'll catch you later. Thanks.